Hey, I know you all hear all this bubbling over here and you can see the steam coming up. These are some lasagna noodles. We are getting ready to make lasagna roll-ups. Oh my goodness. As a matter of fact, chicken Alfredo lasagna roll-ups. Welcome to Cooking at Pam's Place. And if you want to learn how to make all kind of homemade food and dishes, easy, simple, made from scratch, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell so you won't miss anything. And then come with me. I'll show you what to do. So while our noodles are finishing up, we're going to go in here and get our chicken cooked. I just got a little piece of chicken breast here, a small chicken breast that I've diced up. We're going to put that in here. Sear that off real good. Now once your chicken gets about halfway through, go ahead and go in with your spinach. Cook that at the same time. I've got some chopped up onion over there. I'm going to grab that, throw it in here too. This smells amazing already. Okay, so I got my onion and my garlic chopped up here. We're going to add that in. And you know, I'm not adding any salt or anything like this. I'm going to add some pepper when we make our mixture, because we're going to have all the flavors and things from our Alfredo sauce, which we'll be making in a minute, as well as our cheese mixture. So we don't need anything else in here but that. So I'm going to let this simmer. We're going to go ahead and get ready to make our Alfredo sauce next. So we're getting ready to make my Alfredo sauce. Now, I don't like Alfredo sauce in the jar. And I know some of y'all going to say, that's not Alfredo. It's my Alfredo sauce, okay? And at the end of the day, it is delicious. So we're going to make my Alfredo sauce. And while we're doing this, preheat your oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. And don't worry about what I'm putting in as I go along, because I'm going to leave everything in the description, okay? So you'll have all the exact measurements and ingredients down in the description, so you can make this at home too, okay? So I'm going to go in with some butter right now. And we're going to let this melt. Once it starts to melt, then we can go ahead and add in our other ingredients. So I'm going to grab a little flour to put in here. We're going to get this stirred up a little bit. Just a couple of tablespoons full to do. That's all we're going to need. Need about 2 cups of this sauce too. Okay, we got this all stirred up and blended. Can you see that? That's what it should look like before we go in with anything else. This is just your roux part. This is your roux we're making here for our cheese sauce. Now I'm going to go in with some milk slowly, adding this in. And keep stirring while you're adding, okay, so it can incorporate really well. Okay, that's good, that's good, that's good. Now, once you see it start to thicken just a little bit, go ahead and add in your cheese. We're going to be putting in some cream cheese. And over here, I have some shredded mozzarella, provolone, and Parmesan cheese, okay? Now, you can use any cheese that you like as well. It doesn't have to be exact. It doesn't have to be my cheese, okay? So we're going to let this start to thicken up. A very, very low boil. Okay, so it is starting to thicken up. And you can tell when it starts to thicken up because it sticks to the back of the spoon like that. So when you see it starting to stick to the back of the spoon, then you know it's starting to thicken up. So I've got some cream cheese here. We're going to put this cream cheese in first. Let that start melting a little bit before we add in the rest of our cheese. Now we're going to go in with some of our cheese. And you just want to cook this until the cheese is all melted, it's come together, it's nice and thick and rich, and taste it. We're also going to add in here a little black pepper, and a little garlic powder. Go ahead and give it a stir, and just let that cheese simmer and melt. So while our sauce is finishing up, we're going to go ahead and make our filling. We're going to start off with some cottage cheese in here. We're adding a lightly beaten egg. Go ahead and make sure that's well combined. And eggs are really expensive right now, so if you don't want to use an egg, you can either leave it out, but it helps kind of hold the filling together, or just use a tablespoon of mayo. Add in our spinach and chicken. Go ahead and give that a stir. And we're adding in some Parmesan cheese, just grated Parmesan cheese. And again, don't worry about how much I'm putting in here. I know I'm just shaking, but I will have all the exact measurements down in the description for you guys. You can see that? Oh my goodness, this smells amazingly delicious. And see, that's why I didn't add any salt between the Parmesan and the cottage cheese. It's salty enough. It is salty enough. Okay, so we're going to set this aside and prepare our baking dish. I'm using a 9 by 13 dish. Depending on how much you have, that's what you want to use. Always spray it. It makes for easy cleanup. So let's go ahead and check our sauce because we're going to need that next. So we have our noodles here. They have been rinsed and drained. So take one. I have a piece of wax paper down here so that we'll be able to pick them up. You want to take your noodles and just sit a couple down there. Take your filling, and as evenly as possible, you want to put it down on here, spreading it out like a jelly roll. More is not good in this case. Less is more is what I should say. Less is more, because you need to be able to roll it up. So you don't want it packed completely. Just spread it out like I'm doing here, all the way down. And we're going to roll it up like a jelly roll. And put some on the other one as well. This smells amazingly delicious, guys. And it's really quick and easy. It is really quick and easy. And typically, when I make like chicken Alfredo, I'll use broccoli. And you can use broccoli, but if you do, you want to kind of chop it up pretty fine because it'll be really, really lumpy in these roll-ups. And for that reason, I prefer spinach. Okay, so now starting at the short end closest to you, just roll it up like a jelly roll. Just roll it up. See how I'm doing that? Just roll it up. And it's okay if some of the filling oozes out. It is quite okay. Now, before we put it in our dish, let me grab the sauce. Now, I've poured some of my sauce in this because it's easier to pour. You want to put it all over the bottom of your dish, whatever baking dish you're using. Reserve the other half because that's going to go on the top. Okay, that's good enough. Set that aside. Then take the one that you've already rolled up, seam side down, right into the dish, just like that. Then go ahead and roll the other one up. Then just continue with the rest of your lasagna noodles until they're all gone. Just keep filling them and rolling them and putting them seam side down. So I'm going to knock the rest of these out and then we'll be right back. And sit them right next to each other, just like that. Okay, we have everything rolled up, as you can see. Now for the rest of your sauce, just pour it right on top. Pour it all over, right on top. This smells amazing. Make sure you cover it all. Oh, this is so delicious smelling. Then top that with some more of your cheese, which this is mozzarella, provolone, and Parmesan. We're going to cover this and put it in a 375-degree oven for about 30 minutes. Then we're going to go in and take the foil off and just let it lightly brown a little bit. Then we're going to garnish it. We'll be back. Now we're going to go in and take this foil off. Ooh, look at that, look at that. And we're just going to let the top of this brown. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh my goodness. Ooh, it is out of the stove. Doesn't that look amazing? Now as soon as it comes out, go ahead and garnish it with a little parsley and let it cool. Ooh, it is out of the oven. Look at it. Doesn't that look amazing? Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm going to dig into it for you guys so that you can see. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you won't miss anything. Oh my goodness. I hope it's cool enough where it won't fall apart on me, but we're going to taste it. We are going to give this a taste. It smells divine. Oh my goodness. I shouldn't have to cut it this way. Actually, I'm trying to get through the cheesy part that's up here. Ooh, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Ooh, I can't get it out of here. There we go. Ooh, my goodness. Ooh, can you see the steam? Look at that, look at that. Oh my goodness, and the cheese. Ooh, cheesy, cheesy, cheesy. Look at that, guys. Look at that steam coming out of there. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm gonna give this a little taste because I know it is piping hot. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is delicious. I just haven't tasted it yet, and I'm saying it's delicious because it smells so good. Woo! Oh my goodness, look at the cheese hanging down. Delicious. Oh my goodness. I'm getting ready to go have lunch, and I will see you all next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Oh my goodness.